All right, good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? What's going on? How you doing? What's going on, Tracy? Hank, JP? So we got Powell today at 2:30. He speaks at 2:30, but it starts at 2. Best case scenario or the best thing to do would be just to wait until he's done speaking. Right, so how we go about playing Powell, right? We typically just fade the initial reaction. It has a pretty high success rate. Right, 2 o'clock, if market dips, right, we wait until 2:20 or 2:25, and we'd go long. Or if market sees a move to the upside at 2 o'clock, right, we wait until 2:20, 2:25, and we take puts. Right, that's typically how it's been working out. Right, it's obviously not guaranteed. Nothing's ever guaranteed, but it's worth a lotto. Right, has a pretty high success rate the last few times. It's definitely worth a shot. Maybe we'll take a small lotto on the challenge account for it, right, because you can risk a little bit and you can make a lot. Right, if you risk 100% of your position, right, to make 300-400%, that's worth it. Just make sure you're sizing correctly, and you're trading risk first, right, not profit first. Looking for that next one. No worries, JP. Who would you take in the outcome, Powell or Enhanced? That would be funny. Let's get into it. So VIX, perfect breakdown yesterday of this flag. Now it's sitting below that level I mentioned, right around 22, 21.9. Right, previous resistance, rejected here, acted as support, and then we started to consolidate right near it. Right, so now it's pushing to the downside. I'm sure this is going to move back up with Powell speaking today, but need to keep an eye on it. Let's see, take a look at SPY, right? So SPY, we're in this perfect wedge, right? Higher lows, lower highs, as I've been mentioning. Level above was this 396.47 level, right? Was a previous support, acted as resistance. Look where we bounced yesterday, right? So it's never coincidence. It's never, right? Everyone could always say, oh, it's a dark pool level, or it's an EMA or a volume profile level. I don't believe in it, right? It's a previous support, previous resistance. No wonder why it bounced off, right? We flagged intraday and we broke out. Right, look where we bounced. Right, higher lows, we had a little flat top here intraday. Right, look where price action was moving. Right, this previous support at open acted as a resistance at 11:20, and then it acted as a resistance again at around 1:30. Right, once we finally broke out, right, we broke out, retested, and then saw that continuation, right to high day. Right, and then the last 20 minutes or so, we saw a nice surge. Right, so it's always you can always play the chart perfectly. It's always there. Would I consider doing a restart on the challenge so people can catch up? No, it's been a very slow process in my opinion. It's not like I went from 1,000 to 2,500 in one trade. We've been seeing, $100 gains each day. Very slow, consistent gains. I don't think there's any reason to restart right now. Plus, we're only at like 2,700. So I want to get to like at least 10,000 before I would consider restarting. Maybe we'll get to 10,000 today. That'd be pretty sweet. If everyone could drop a like on the video, I'd appreciate it. There's just no need to restart, right? It's just trade when I'm trading it still, right? It wouldn't make sense. Plus, if we just keep restarting, it doesn't make any sense, right? We want to grow it as big as possible. Follow along for the journey. So SPY today, right? We have, yeah, you could take the same trades without the same amount of money. It's not like I'm taking trades that are $1,000 a contract. Right? Everything I've been taking has been max probably 150 max, not even 100 max. So resistance above 400, right? 400 is going to be a huge level. SPY 400, SPX 4000. We closed at 4002, but SPY we're below it. So if it can break 400, right, we should see a push up to around 402.3 next. Multiple bounces off this level here, right? Previous resistance, support, previous resistance, and so on. We are in an overall uptrend now, right? We broke this phase of consolidation, so it should. We got to see what happens here. Qs, all right? Q saw a nice break. This is just typical market structure, right? Break, flag, continuation, and we broke over this 309.27 resistance, right? We rejected it once, twice, 3 times. This is actually where I took those puts. Right, I didn't think we would break over it in the morning, and we did. Right, I took puts right as soon as we rejected and pulled back. Right, took puts right here, and price target was 307, and then the gap fell below 306, and right, perfect double bottom at that level. Right, that's an opportunity then to switch long. Right, you take a look at the intraday move. Right, it created a little flag with this bottom here, right? Previous resistance, right? Previous resistance, even over here, right? Resistance, 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 access, support, double bottom, intraday, flagging, breakout, pullback, continuation. Very simple move, very easy to catch. Just got to look at the signs. Then, right, double bottom continuation, and then we close over 309.27. Need to break 311 today. Right, 311 pushes through. We should see, right, 313.68. It's that high from February 2nd. After that, we kind of got a lot of room to run. We have this double bottom here back in May of 2021. Then let's see what else we got here. Hmm. 19 or so. Yeah, I like that. 319. Let's see. We should see a pretty big move today at 2 or 2:30. So it's probably just best to wait until then. IWM, very textbook move recently as well, right? We had this triple bottom, bounced up, lagged below resistance, broke out, and then we consolidated intraday. I was actually looking at an IWM play towards the end of the day yesterday, but I didn't think it was worth it. So I didn't take it, but it worked out. Apple, no really setup here. It's just been, pushing to the upside pretty strong, right? Once it broke this 157 level, right, we pushed through, and we've just seen that continuation to the upside. Make these lines here, make it a little bit clearer. But then we pushed over, right, 157.81, which was this previous resistance. Now we're sitting up here towards the highs. But right? I don't really, have any plan here, right? There's no really setup, in my opinion. Just seeing, nice upside. It's great for the commons. Netflix. Let's take a look at Netflix. The Netflix is actually creating a bear flag. Right, we have flat top here, higher lows, right, coming down from this flagpole here. Right. We could draw it like this, which also is still bearish, right? If I inverse the chart, right, most people, it's kind of a head and shoulders, right? That most people would take this stop loss below and price target above here. Price target right here. Yeah. Inverse this chart back. And we could draw this like this. Something like that. That looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, right? So then if this breaks, we could take it to the upside. If not, looks like, downside might happen. Tesla, nice move recently, right? Pushed up. I can delete this now. Right, broke this resistance and just saw the continuation to 198. Got to see if we could break 200. Right, 200 is going to be a big level. What happened in the video? Nothing. The video triple top. 200 is a level above. No really plan here as well. Let's see if I could find a good setup for market open. Amazon. Let's take a look at the cues quick. All right, so Amazon, right? We have this resistance here at 101, rejected again, and rejected yesterday as well. Right, so we could take puts up here with a stop loss above and a price target back down below. All right, so I kind of like that. I'll keep an eye on that. Let's see what else we got. Google, no, nothing that fits my criteria. Square I like, actually, right? This previous resistance back from here, right? We were rejecting perfectly, right? So you could take puts, stop loss above, and a price target back down below. Right? It's offering a good risk to reward. So now we got Amazon, Square, Apple, Microsoft looks good. Right, perfect play. We started to break out end of day. Right, so keep an eye here. It would be a stop loss here, price target at the high of the flag. That's right. So entry point right around here. Make it green. Stop loss would be below. And price target up here. Right, very simple plan. Right, so that looks very good. Right, entry point would be around 275. I'll set the alert right before it. Yeah, so that looks really good, actually. That'll be the top of the list. Right, nice flag, fits my criteria perfectly. Microsoft. AMD. Let's see if we can. Nice period of consolidation here. It's having trouble breaking through around 98, 99. So if it can break through here, we should see continuation, right? We have a higher low put in place. But if it breaks down below here, 93, we should see a move back down to 88. Nvidia, right? We have this triple top, so if it breaks, we can go long. I'm assuming to 271, which is why I have this level here. Yeah, 271. We do have two higher lows put in place, just like AMD. Yeah, GME had earnings yesterday. What's GME doing? Is it up 50%? Yeah, GameStop's up 50% in pre-market. That's nuts. Let's take a look at this. Let's add it to the watch list just in case. Maybe we could take a lot of. Is AMC also up? Let's see. 7%. Nothing really too special. Wow. Okay. A 220% surprise on earnings. That's ridiculous. Yeah, those should definitely open up a lot. Yeah, for sure, because I'm sure the IV probably wasn't too high because it's been kind of dead recently, although they had earnings. Right? But look, there was a flag, right? Oh, that's crazy. Nice little flag, but that's nuts. Definitely wouldn't expect a 50% move, no matter what. Right, look, it's about to open. Right, we have this previous support back from September, October, and November. Right, we bounced multiple times off this 24 level, and then once it dropped below, right, we acted as a resistance, and now we're about to open up right back in this range here. That's crazy. Can I do BA? Sure. Let's redo the chart. All right, so we have a clean resistance here, right? Like this, actually. Right, rejected that a few times. And then a lot of chop within this zone here. But we have bounced at this level a few times. Here's a little fake break to the downside before that rip up. Right, typical. Makes sense. And now we're back at this zone here, BA. Right, previous support, support. But a lot of chop, right? Wait for it to create a better setup. Let's see, coin, anything here? Coin, great move out of this consolidation zone. Now it's sitting at the high here, but not my type of setup. BABA up 1% here pre-market, but still, you know, just straight to the downside overall. That's really it. And the video looks pretty solid still. Keep an eye at that. We have that triple top that we could play, but we really just need to wait until 2 p.m. Right? That's what everyone's going to be waiting for. I mean, we could play the memes until then, but you know, contracts are going to be juiced since it's up 50%. We had earnings. My favorite setups though, Microsoft, Square. Need to keep an eye on VIX, right? VIX is still pushing to the downside. And also, everyone needs to keep an eye at SPX 4000 and SPY 400. That's going to be a huge level. That's really, you know, all I'm looking at. I don't think I'm going to take a trade at open. I'll probably wait a bit. PG. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, not chart requests, but if you have questions about trading, please ask. PG. Is this a false breakout? There's really no breakout here. But it is bouncing off this previous level here. Right, rejected a few times at 143, acted as support, and now it's right, bouncing off that level again. But if anyone has any questions, now is your time. SPX or SPY for FOMC, whatever you prefer. I would prefer to take SPX, but no one likes when we trade SPX, so I'll be doing SPY. Why is coin not my type of trade? I don't know. I'm not really a fan of Bitcoin. And I'm not really a fan of the whole crypto space. And I just like trading the mega caps. No really specific reason, but that's just my opinion. Not really a fan of crypto. Who doesn't like SPX? About half the chat, probably like 90% of the chat. Everyone freaks out when we take SPX. How do we determine a good time to average down, right? So you shouldn't average down, right? You don't want to add fuel to a fire. But if there's key levels, go ahead, right? So QQQ yesterday, we had this resistance here, and we started to reject it again, right? So I took a starter position, I think right here, right in the middle, in case we saw a breakdown. And then as soon as we started to reject that resistance again, right, we pushed through, we rejected, we started to enter this consolidation again. I took another position here and I averaged down. And I'm pretty sure I entered at 80 or 100 and I averaged down at 60 or something. Yeah, $60 a contract, and then it ended up running to 120 and then 150 contract. Yeah, you guys might like SPX, but no one else does. Everyone starts crying. Because most people can't handle their emotions and freak out when the contract goes red. It's difficult for 99% of people, I would say. So I'll play SPY so I don't have to deal with everyone. Yeah, SPX is great when it's in your favor. But then when it goes against you, everyone starts freaking out. Trade full time. Neo, I could look at it, but I definitely won't trade it. That's for sure. This has been going down, down, down. I mean, it's finally breaking out of this downtrend, right? Downtrend, we had a triple bottom here, right? Triple bottom, huge spike up, right? Must have had some news right here because the volume is nuts. Pullback, consolidation, gap up, consolidation, and now a little move up. Resistance above would be this 9.7 level, right? This previous double top. Average down, do you buy cheaper contracts? You just add to the position that you have at a cheaper price. You're in short on SPY, got in at the bell. The market hasn't opened yet. So unless you swung from yesterday, then. You picked up shares at 850. Nice. On shares, I would have a stop loss below 8, right? 8, and then you need 9.7 for continuation, for a move to around 10.6 or so. When would be a good time to start nibbling at commons? You should be adding every month. Right, dollar cost averaging. And then don't look at it. once a month, add to a long-term portfolio. Right? History says market goes up. Let's hope it continues that way. Then again, past performance doesn't represent future performance. Oh, you swung them. Just play the chart, right? Don't let emotions cloud your judgment. It's as simple as that. Right? Contracts can go red, right? A lot of times you've seen my contracts be down 60, 70%, but the chart still looks good and it'll come back and it will, be fine. And I can let it go down 60, 70% because I'm sizing correctly. All right, if I lose it, it's fine. But if I full ported it, then that would not be fine. 3 minutes to market open. Let's transition over to Discord voice chat and catch up with everyone else and see what everyone else is doing.